So I'm with Tom Goodman, head teacher designate at Lipson. Tom, how's it going?
Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, Rick.
Jolly good. Good to hear. One of the things we've been experiencing over the last few weeks was a review by the trust of which we're a part, the Ted Rag Trust, our fellow colleagues. Tell us a bit more about that. What's behind that?
Yeah, we're really privileged to have our trust in every year, and we're really privileged as well to be part of a trust that really invests in its schools, in developing them to be even better places for our students to come to school and our staff to come to work. So annual fixture on our calendar, where we have lots of colleagues from our trust coming in to provide us support to see where things are going well and offer words of wisdom about where we go next to make this an even better place to come to school and go to work.
One of the things we were talking about earlier off camera was the takeaways from this, and one you were particularly pleased to hear about. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, I was really pleased with some of the feedback, which in particular around the kindness. And yeah, we've got kindness splattered all over our walls and on our website. But actually what came out from the feedback was that kindness genuinely underpins everything that happens in Lipson, and be that conversation between students and staff, staff and staff, students and students. Every person they spoke to spoke about kindness, which is just brilliant, because it's those actions that really matter, not just the words on the wall.
That's brilliant. And talking of words on the wall, you're standing in front of a wonderfully designed poster here. That's been a big part of Lipson this year, and is going to be a big part going forward. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's definitely been a change of gear this year in terms of the careers and the bit about the why behind, why we encourage students to attend school every day, why we encourage such high expectations in lessons. What is their why behind that? Yes, it's about those bits of paper at the end of year 11, year 13, but actually what are those bits of paper for? So this is our mantra, what is your dream job? Something we've been talking about to all students, from the little ones in year 7 to the big ones up in year 13, of exploring what career possibilities are out there, and then researching how they get there, what's their pathway to those dream jobs. So that's been lovely having those conversations around the corridors and lessons all term, and we'll continue on that path. You
mentioned attendance. There's been a big focus on that. What do you want to say about that?
So I want to say being present is more than just being present in school. Like, that's the first thing, getting your foot through the door, but then it's also about being present in lessons. Yeah. So we've upped the expectations to students answering more questions in lessons, right, to make sure they're really actively listening, not just sitting quietly.
Right, okay. Well, that's perfect.
But actually, as a school, there's been a huge drive on attendance, and we've made fantastic steps forward when our attendance has gone up by 0.8%. Now that doesn't sound too much, but actually that's 308 extra days this half term compared to last half term, which is a phenomenal amount of time.
A lot of what we talked about, Tom, is in more than one newsletter. There's a newsletter going out for year 7s and a newsletter going out for the general school. That's important to communicate with people, isn't it?
Yeah, we've taken inspiration from Mrs. McVicker, head of year 7, who really kicked it off in style last year with the year 7 newsletter. Had great feedback from our families about this. So we've had to roll it out wholesale. We've got a whole school newsletter that's coming out this week. It's 16 pages long. There's so much in there. We could have gone to 30 odd pages, but there's lots of fantastic good news stories in there about all the things I've spoken about on today's vlog. I'd really encourage all of our families to just have 5 minutes looking over it over the half-term break.
So we've got a couple of important dates for the diary coming up. What are those?
Yes, Rick, yeah, just a reminder that we're not back until Monday the 10th of November, but that same week, on the evening of Thursday the 13th of November, it's our sixth form open evening, which is a really important diary date for year 11s and their families to find out information about coming to sixth form at Lipson. It's also open to students from across the city, so it's not just for Lipson students. So make sure we attend that. Lots of information coming out over the next week or so for year 11 students.
So until then, it's see you on the 10th?
Yeah, until then, it's goodbye for me, and just thank you for the ongoing support from our families. It means the world to us.